The hospital room is dim and quiet. A soft beeping sound from medical monitors punctuate the silence. Evelyn, only 15 but with a fierce intellect and quiet determination, sits beside her mother's bed. Her mother's hand lies motionless on her own. Dr. Leonard, a seasoned doctor with gentle but wary eyes, enters. He stops, watching Evelyn for a moment before resting a comforting hand on her shoulder. I'm sorry, Evelyn. The infection. It was resistant to everything we tried. This is no one's fault. Evelyn's face hardens, her eyes burning with determination. If nothing works, I'll find something that does. I don't care what it takes. Dr. Leonard hesitates, seeing the steely resolve in her gaze, and then quietly exits, leaving Evelyn alone. Years pass and Evelyn, now in her mid-20s, sat at a conference podium, passionately presenting her bold research to a skeptical audience. Her colleagues exchange uncertain glances as she discusses her work. My aim is to create a modified bacterium, a living shield that coexists within the human body, to prevent dangerous infections. It could offer a lasting solution to antibiotic resistance. Some attendees murmur, casting doubtful glances at each other. One man, Dr. Green, a respected senior researcher, stands up, his skeptical gaze fixed on Evelyn. Are you suggesting we let modified bacteria live within us permanently? That sounds reckless, Dr. Evelyn. What if it mutates? We had controlled the genetic design, mitigating those risks. It's a far better solution than drugs with diminishing effectiveness. The tension in the room is palpable. Some shake their heads, others look intrigued but cautious. It's a radical idea, Dr. Evelyn, one with real risks. Every innovation has risk. I believe this one is worth it. For the future of medicine and our humanity. The murmurs continue as Evelyn stands tall, unwavering in her conviction. Years later, Evelyn's work has revolutionized medicine. Newspaper clippings, online headlines, and televised news broadcasts celebrate her breakthrough. In a remarkable achievement, Dr. Evelyn modified bacteria has proven effective in preventing once deadly infections. Her innovation has been heralded as a new era in medical science, providing hope in the fight against antibiotic resistance. Voice of the narrator in the television spoke. Montage of new reports. Headline on a tablet screen reads, Dr. Evelyn Wong, pioneer of modern medicine. A video plays of patients thanking Evelyn's teams for saving their lives. Evelyn is also awarded as a prestigious medal, standing among other scientists who now look at her with admiration rather than doubt. Evelyn watches this broadcast, her face a mixture of relief and fulfillment. Her dream is now a reality, and the world celebrates her vision. 10 years after her breakthrough, Evelyn sits in her apartment, gazing pensively at the city lights. Her reflection catches the shadow of a man in the room. Startled, she turns to find a mysterious, lean, and intense figure. Who are you? How did you get in here? My name is Irvin, Dr. Evelyn. I'm from the future, hundreds of years from now. Evelyn stares, the weight of his words settling on her with a mix of disbelief and curiosity. What do you mean you're from the future? Are you kidding me now? I wish I were. I'm here because of what you created. Your bacteria. In my time, it's no longer a cure. It's mutated, evolved into something deadly. Evelyn's confidence visibly falters. No, I designed it to coexist, to save lives. That was its purpose, yes. But over time, things changed. And now, it's spreading harms instead of health. Evelyn's hands tightly gripping her palm as she processes Irwin's revelation. The normally bright and organized space feels oppressive. So, let me get this straight. You are saying the bacteria I engineered is now dangerous? Hundreds of years from now? Not just dangerous, Dr. Evelyn, it's catastrophic. Humanity is struggling to survive in my time, and I'm here to stop that future from happening. Evelyn's mind races. her face a mixture of frustration and disbelief. And how exactly am I supposed to trust in you? You just appeared out of nowhere, claiming to be from the future. Erwin sighs, pulling a small device from his pocket. It lights up, projecting holographic images and documents of the mutated bacteria spreading through people, overwhelming their immune system. Look, these are records from my time, centuries from now. Your bacteria started mutating about 50 years after you introduced it. What began as a cure became something else entirely, something uncontrollable. The government and every science organization are trying every way to deal with the issues. I know it sounds crazy, but traveling back in time to meet you is also one of the solutions. Evelyn stares, horrified. The images show sickened faces, reports of mass outbreaks, and data on mutations beyond anything she had predicted. No way. I did everything right. I made sure it was safe. I had no idea. She pauses, shoulders thinking as she realizes the weight of her creation. If this is real, if it's really my bacteria, then we have to find a way to stop it from ever evolving. Exactly. I think I know where to start, but I need your knowledge of the bacteria's original design. Evelyn takes a deep breath, determination flaring up. Okay, then we work together. I'm not letting my life's work turn into a weapon, not in any future. Evelyn and Erwin spend days researching and analyzing the bacteria's genome, retracting every step she took in its development. Their work is intense, with scenes of them in deep concentration, surrounded by data projections and lab equipment. One night, as they pore over the analysis, Erwin breaks the silence. You know, in my time, people speak your name with awe. Some even consider you a hero, the woman who changed everything. A hero? Funny, because most people didn't believe in me when I started this. They called me reckless. Some even tried to stop me. You were right though. Without your work, millions would have died before they had a chance to fight. But every advance has its risk. I think you of all people know that. Maybe I was too focused on what I could do, and not enough on what might happen in the future. Science is complicated. They finally identify a potential causes of the mutation, a dormant genetic code within the bacteria that allows it to adapt over generations, possibly responding to environmental changes in unpredictable ways. Evelyn stares at the sequence on her screen, her face tight with concentration. There, that's it. This gene cluster here is like a backup survival mechanism, but if it's exposed to certain conditions over time, it could trigger changes in the bacteria. Can we deactivate it? Stop it from ever activating? Possibly, but it would take a huge overhaul of the design, changing the bacteria at its core. Erwin gives her a solemn nod. Then let's do it. Whatever it takes. They share a determined glance, a silent promise to prevent the devastation. Many months passed. Evelyn and Erwin have worked tirelessly, modifying the bacteria's genetic structure in the lab. The atmosphere is tense yet charged with purpose as they run experiments day and night. One evening, exhaustion hangs heavily in the air. Evelyn, sleep-deprived but determined, reviews the last set of results. It's close, but not close enough. The changes we are making aren't sticking. Erwin paces, deep in thought, then stops abruptly. What if we combine the original bacteria with a benign strain? Something that could inhibiting the mutating gene without destroying the rest of your work. Evelyn's eyes widen, a spark igniting in her mind. That could work. If we introduce a stable, non-harmful strain, it might reinforce the system and prevent the mutations from taking hold. They dive into their research again, excitement driving their late-night lab sessions. After hours of work, they finally prepare a new sample. This is it. If this works, we might have a chance to neutralize the threat before it starts. The lab is buzzing with energy as they prepare for the final test. Evelyn meticulously sets up the experiment while Erwin observes. a mix of anxiety and hope on his face. You know, it's strange being here, seeing everything unfold. Your work will change everything for my time. You'll be remembered for this. Evelyn looks up, a hint of vulnerability in her expression. What if it doesn't work? What if I've already doomed us all? Irwin steps closer, his expression serious yet his gaze is reassuring. If it doesn't work, we learn. But if it does, it will save millions. You have to believe in your vision, and you know I believe in you. Irwin said with his voice that makes Evelyn warm up inside. With a nod of determination, Evelyn activates the experiment. The monitors light up, showing the bacteria reacting to the changes. Minutes pass as they watch the results unfold. Suddenly, the screen flashes green. The bacteria stabilize. It's working! The mutation levels are dropping! She and Irwin hug each other in excitement, exchange excited glances, the tension lifting as hope fills the lab. I know you can do it. It's all because we work together, because you were here, Irwin. She smiles at him heartwarmingly. Days later, Evelyn stands before a crowd of scientists, journalists and public health officials, ready to present her findings. The atmosphere buzzes with anticipation. Today, I stand before you to announce a significant breakthrough in the fight against antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Together with Irwin, my partner, we've modified my original creation to prevent dangerous mutations from occurring. Applause erupts from the crowd. Dr. Green stands among them, a mix of skepticism and admiration on his face. We believe that with new approach, we can offer a sustainable solution to what many thought was an insurmountable crisis. Irwin stands at her side, his presence reinforcing her confidence. The future depends on our actions today. We can't allow fear of the unknown to halt progress. Evelyn looks at the crowd, her heart pounding. Together, we can create a safer future, a future where innovation leads to healing, not harm. As the crowd erupts in applause again, a sense of hope fills the room, signaling a new dawn in the battle against bacteria.